grab your milk, because this one's gonna get spicy. Hi! In case you're here for the first time, I usually make movie rants and reviews on this channel, sometimes costumes and costume reviews, but occasionally I also address linguistic topics because my formal education is in the field of linguistics. I'm not a native English speaker, as you can probably tell, and even though I don't currently work in education or research field, I still like to think I have a pretty decent grasp on how the English language works. Now, I've contemplated whether I should make this video or not, but I've come to the conclusion that people who will be offended by this will be offended, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's the internet. Everyone's offended by something. I just think what I think about neopronouns, and what I will address in this video explains in part the logic behind my stance on them. If your opinion differs, go forth and do your thing. And I'm gonna do mine and finally get into this video. So the person who inspired today's video is none other than Sam Smith. More specifically, this particular interview. Let's watch.
I do love fishing, yes, I do.
What?
Yeah, I'd love to be a fish of them. I'd be any type of fish of them. I think I would like to, one day I'd just like to end my days fishing.
Let's break this down. First of all, there really is no need to invent a new gender-neutral term for fishermen, because several already exist. Angler, fisher. But secondly, as much as I'm all for people using whatever word or words they want to refer to themselves, one would hope and expect that they would at least use the correct form of that word. That would be the bare minimum, one would imagine. But since neopronouns are about as intuitive as jumping off a cliff, there's no wonder that people struggle to use them correctly. Even people who push for their use and try to instruct others how to use their neopronouns. See, when Sam says, I would like to be a fisher them, the suffix them is incorrect in this case, because fisher them in Sam's sentence is used as the subject pronoun, but them is the object pronoun. The subject pronoun is they, so it should be, I would be a fisher they, as ridiculous as that sounds. I'm a she, I'm a he, I'm a they. I would like to be a fisher he, a fisher she, a fisher they, not a fisher him, a fisher her, a fisher them. I need a fisherman to come and get me and pull me out from this murky waters because the video's just started and I'm in way too deep already. Okay, here's another example of someone confusing themselves with their neopronouns, with their own neopronouns, whilst trying to teach them to others.
For the demon pronouns, it would be Lana is my partner, Deem is cute, and I belong to Deem. I love Demon very much, and I hope Deem loves demonself too. Then interchanging the two would be Lana is my partner, they are cute, and I am Deem's. I love Demon very much, and I hope they love demonself too.
Did you catch the mistake? Did you earn your Hogwarts house any points? There's 2 mistakes, actually. Comment below if you find any more, but let's break this down. So this person, or rather their partner, uses 2 types of pronouns, neopronouns. They, them, theirs, and them, demon, and demon self. But these forms that they list here, they're not really equivalent. In the first line, in the third category, theirs is the possessive pronoun. Who does something belong to? It's theirs. But for some reason, in the second row, demon self is presented as the equivalent of theirs. Yet demon self would be in fact the reflexive pronoun. I love myself. Not who does this belong to, it's myself's. So what's the possessive form of the deem pronoun? Shh, it's deem's. She doesn't have it listed here, but she uses it later on, so that's how we know.
Lana is my partner. They are cute, and I am Deem's. And I am Deem's.
So technically, Deem's should be listed under theirs, not demon self. Or if you want to keep the deem, demon, demon self, then change the upper line into they, them, themselves. So the first thing is, yeah, they don't have the equivalence of those 2 sets of pronouns listed correctly, meaning they're going to teach people how to use their own pronouns the wrong way. And the other thing is, let's watch this part again.
Lana is my partner, Deem is cute, and I belong to Deem. And I belong to Deem. And I belong to Deem.
I belong to Deem. No, you belong to demon. If demon is the equivalent of them, like your list is implying, then you belong to demon. Why do we think this person made a mistake? Could it be because Deem sounds a lot like them and we say I belong to them? You see where I'm going, right? That's just my suggestion, but as a rule of thumb, maybe it's not the wisest thing to tamper with grammar, mix in words that are basically nouns and then try to use them instead of pronouns. Lastly, we have this gem of a video.
Today I'm going to show you how to use Lemon's pronouns in sentences. Lemon is such a wonderful person. Lemon's smile is so contagious. In fact, I saw Lemon make a whole audience smile. I think Lemon should be very proud of Lemonself.
Here's the thing. We're focusing on lemons as the possessive form. On the one hand, they created this neonoun through analogy with his and hers, which of course are not spelled with apostrophe s. But on the other hand, they're using a noun in place of a possessive pronoun. Lana's channel, YouTube's policy, Alexander Meowington's meow.
And a famine did come, some chickens in the sun died, our cat saw his future fading in the night.
And then you have Lemon's smile, where I think it would be more intuitive to spell it with the apostrophe s. Lemon's smile, like this, not like this. Things like this are just needlessly confusing because the impression that I get is that a lot of people have issues with the correct use of the apostrophe s, not just English learners, but actually native English speakers. It's versus its, Thomas versus Thomas, children's versus children's. People's knowledge of how to use these forms correctly is not the best, and sentences like Lemon's smile spelled like this are just not helping with this. Neonouns are more than anything just unnecessary. Use a nickname like everyone's been doing for centuries. Boom, you're done. I think these examples go to show that if you're on a quest to meddle with language, you might want to pause and show grammar some respect, because grammar isn't easy. Changing it is not easy. Languages do develop through centuries, and to some degree they are constantly developing. But those changes in language happen organically. They're not forced. We invented a new thing or concept and now we need a name for it. We need a verb for what the action is called when you use this thing. Stuff like this. And I think it would also be a good idea if people were to show themselves a bit more respect, you know, because we've reached a point in society where people actually want to be called it. But on the other hand, coming onto social media and berating people for not using your correct pronouns or words that you've chosen for yourself, that you've invented for yourself, that takes a lot of self-respect and above all, self-importance. But those are just my 2 cents. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for sticking around till the end and hopefully keeping an open mind, but you never know. Take care, and I will see you soon in another video.
How does an itty-bitty, tiny little kitty, trapped in the middle of a European city, astray, a ranger in pursuit of his prey, become a house cat, a sleepyhead, the first of his name, a sport tomcat, founding father without a father, got his claws sharper by working a lot harder, by being a lot smarter, by being a self-starter like a boss. He studied humans, look, he can't outsmart him.